The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello everyone, can you hear me? Go ahead and type yes in the question box if you can hear me and see my screen. Cool. Julie, yes. Chip, yes. Brian, yes. Victoria, wow. Loud and clear, says Derek. Okay, cool. So it's exactly 10:31 a.m. I'm going to give just a few more minutes to see if we can wait for everyone else to get on the webinar, and we'll go ahead and get started. Where's everybody from tonight? Or this morning, rather. It's, what, 10:30 in the morning. Nashville, Tennessee, Chicago, the Caribbean, Washington, D.C., Toronto, Sydney, Cape Cod, Mass., San Antonio, Texas, Israel, late afternoon here, Indiana, San Francisco. Hello from Scotland, Canada, Virginia, Oakland, California. Cool, so we've got a wide array of people here tonight. So I'm really excited about to do this webinar. Obviously, you know that my newest course, 30-minute web commercials, is going live today at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I just wanted to do this quick pre-launch webinar to give you guys some free client getting tips, and I also want to give away 5 free copies of the course to 5 random people at the end of this presentation, and then we're going to go live. Brothers and sisters from Boston, we're here with you, says Juan. Yeah, you're not that far away. Hey, Rex. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. So today's schedule is going to go just like this. It's going to be a short webinar, probably like 25 minutes long now, and then we're going to go live at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So today we're first going to go over some 3 client getting tips, and these are just 3 things that I've used in my business in the past and that have helped me get clients. Obviously, these aren't the only ways to get clients, but I just wanted to give a couple tips to, you know, as a bonus for coming on this webinar with me here today. And obviously, there's more tips inside the course itself, but I also wanted to give away, like I said, 5 free copies of the course to 5 people, and I'll just pick 5 names at random once we get towards the end of this webinar. Yeah, 5 people are going to get 1 copy. And then we're going to answer questions at the end. If you have any questions about the course or anything else for that matter, you know, within reason, I'll obviously answer those questions, and then we'll go live at 11 a.m. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I just want to start off with the first client getting tip, and this one might seem a bit obvious at first, but you'd be surprised at how many people don't actually do this. When it comes to selling video marketing or video creation services to local business owners, one of the best ways to start is to obviously pick the path of least resistance and find people who are already trying to do the video thing already, and they might already understand the power of video. So what I like to do is, and what I've always done is I've gone into YouTube and I've just picked a local niche. And what I have right there on the screen is a screenshot of a search I just did about a half hour ago, and it just says Portland, Maine dentist, and that's, you know, in YouTube. And I found a bunch of videos on YouTube of local dentists in Portland, Maine who are already trying to do something on YouTube. They're making videos, doing video vlogs and stuff like that. Now, I haven't really looked through all of them to see if they need improvement or anything, but chances are if you pick a niche, like a local niche like this, go into YouTube and do a quick search, you'll find some businesses who are already trying to do videos, and chances are they're not that great. So I skipped a couple bullets there. So the goal here is to obviously find businesses who are already making videos, but maybe they need some improvement in some way. Maybe their video quality is poor. You know, maybe they're shooting their videos with a cheap webcam or an old flip cam, and maybe the audio quality is bad, whatever. Or maybe they're great videos, but they're not optimized and no one's seeing them. You know, there's obviously always room for improvement, and starting with people who are already trying to do the YouTube thing, again, just it increases our chances of success, because these guys already understand the power of video. So obviously, if you haven't tried this yet, I highly recommend you start doing this little technique and start picking out some ideal local clients this way. This is what I did a lot of when I first got started. I did a lot of work with restaurants and real estate agents, and like I said, we used to do video, although they weren't that great when we first started. We did start doing video commercials like my first 6 months in business here in Portland, Maine, and we would start off searching in YouTube just like this, and we found a lot of great clients this way. Again, a really simple technique, nothing groundbreaking, but it does work. All right, Roger says lost audio. Can everyone else still hear me? Okay, yes. All right, so Roger, hopefully everyone else is loud and clear. So Roger, maybe it's something on your end. I'm not sure. Maybe you got to adjust the antenna on your screen. I'm just joking. I don't know. Hopefully you can still hear me. Okay, you got it back. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is a pretty cool technique, and this is actually something I've actually been thinking a lot about lately because this is something I've done a lot of in the past, and I want to get back into it more heavily in the near future. And it basically involves creating local niche directory sites. Basically, the theme I used is called Directory Press, and as you know, I'm part owner of a premium WordPress theme business, PrimoPress. We don't have a directory theme yet. Otherwise, I would be recommending you use that. But I've always used Directory Press, which is a premium WordPress theme, and it allows you to set up simple directories, local business directories. And the technique basically goes like this. You basically pick a niche, we'll say local dentist, for example, and you set up a local directory for that niche. Maybe, for example, I don't know if this is taken, but I don't know, PortlandMaineDentists.com, for example. And then you would populate the site with a bunch of, you'd give all the dentists in the Portland, Maine area free text listings on the site. You don't ask them anything. You basically just populate the site with free listings. And, you could obviously outsource that or have an assistant do it or whatever. So you get the site online, perhaps get it ranked, and don't put any video on the site or anything like that. Just put some text listings up there. And then what you want to do is once you get all those text listings up there, maybe you've got a front page ranking, which obviously isn't too hard to do for most local terms. Then you want to reach out and start contacting those business owners who you've given the free listings to. So you say, as you know, or they might not even know, but you basically say, okay, so would you like to upgrade your free text listing on our directory to a video listing? And you'd basically use that as a way in to promote your video marketing services. So it's kind of, most business owners might be surprised and be like, well, what do you mean? What free listing? I didn't know I had a listing on this free directory. So it's going to catch their attention. And again, it's just a way to break that ice and actually get them to actually listen to you, because that's obviously the hardest part when starting out talking to local business owners. So again, just to recap, pick a local niche, set up a quick directory site, populate it with free listings. Again, you can outsource this, or I think there's some scripts available that allow you to import business listings and stuff like that. I personally haven't used that. I've always outsourced it or done it myself. And then once you get the site online, you can contact business owners to upgrade them or offer them an upgrade from the free text listing to a video listing. And then you would basically obviously create a web commercial for their business and add that to the listing itself. So in other words, it's basically the premium listing version of your directory site. I hope that makes sense. But again, it's just a way to get your foot in the door and to actually pitch your services. And setting up these sites is really easy. The Directory Press theme is really easy to set up. I think it's like $55, and you can set it up pretty quickly and get started that way. I recommend picking like a local niche. You can obviously pick a local area. Like I've done that in the past where I would find like a specific part of town where there's a lot of restaurants, or a specific part of town like a business district where there's a nice area of certain types of businesses. You could make a directory for a specific area like that, or you could do a directory for a specific niche, like dentists, doctors, real estate agents, auto mechanics, car dealers, whatever. Okay, yeah, so it's $79, Greg says, yeah. So I thought it was a little bit cheaper. So $79, it's, it's obviously more expensive than the Primo Press themes, but I think it's worth it, especially, if you can actually get some clients with the theme. And we're going to be working on a directory theme in the near future, by the way. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is something that I have talked about in the past, but it's a really simple technique that surprisingly not a lot of people utilize, and it basically involves going to your local town hall or your local city hall, whatever you call it, wherever you are at in the world. In my town, we call it the town hall. But basically, you can go there and you can request a list of all the recent businesses that have opened up in your town. And this is just a screenshot. This is just a screenshot of an actual list that I obtained a long time ago. I haven't been to this specific town hall in a long time. This was in Portland, Maine. And basically, we paid like a few dollars and ended up walking away with a list of, I think, like 100 or 50. It was like 50 or 100 businesses, something like that, that had just recently opened within the past 60 days. And the thing is here, let me just get my bullets on the screen. The thing is here, you're obtaining a list of brand new business owners who have just started their business. Okay, so these guys obviously need to advertise. They're looking for new ways to advertise. Maybe they're even looking to get a website set up. So, and again, you can obtain the list free or low cost. And the thing is with these guys, they have a fresh advertising budget because they're just getting started out, and they need to get the word out about their business. And obviously, this makes them prime candidates for not only our video marketing services, but for any other service like SEO, web design, mobile marketing, Facebook stuff, whatever. So this is not only a tip to getting video marketing clients, but to get pretty much any type of client when it comes to offline. So I highly recommend going to your local town hall, your local city hall, and just asking them how you can go about obtaining a list of businesses who have recently opened in your area. And you'd be surprised how cheap you can actually get this list for. I think you could actually get like up to a certain number for free, and then you actually have to pay once you get past that certain number. And based on people I've talked about, in different parts of the U.S. and different parts of the world, this is going to vary. Some places will give you the list for free. Some places will charge a little bit more for the list. Some will charge a little bit less. And some places will actually give you a digital copy of the list. Some places will actually just give you a printed copy like I have here, and then you'd basically have to manually go through the list and contact each business owner. But the thing about this is that you get all their information. Not only do you get their business phone and their business email, but you can kind of see on the screenshot here, I've kind of blurred it out to protect their privacy, but I was actually able to obtain these business owners' personal email addresses and personal home phone numbers. So I actually got to see, I got to make a copy of the actual business, I think it was their business license, their form or something like that, where they actually had to fill out their personal home address, their personal home phone, and their personal email, and I could basically just call them on their personal phone, which obviously is going to mean I'm going to get right through to them right away. Terrence is asking, how did you get their email? That's actually in this specific case here, I actually had to write their email down because it was on a different piece of paper that they, for some reason, couldn't give me. So they gave me this sheet here that had their address and whatever other info was on here, like their website info. And then they had another sheet that had their personal info on it, if I remember, and I had to actually write that stuff down manually. And again, not every place is going to be like this. This was just this specific town and this specific list. This is how they kept their records, so I had to do that. And this is the one I actually have. This is the only list I actually have a scanned copy of. That's why I'm using it here on the presentation. But most of them did come more cleanly formatted and organized. And Ken's asking, when do we go live? We go live at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that's in about 15 minutes, 10:45 a.m. right now. So does anyone have any questions about these 3 techniques? We have a few extra minutes. We're moving along pretty quickly here. So does anyone have any questions about these 3 specific techniques? And once we answer a few questions, then we'll get into giving away some free copies of the course. I'll go ahead and pick some names here from the question list. We'll play a little game. So if you have any questions about these techniques, go ahead and type them in the question box and I'll answer them right here. Rex is asking, do you cold call the businesses? Yeah, that's the whole point of this technique. Obviously, cold calling is, my last resort because I hate doing it, and I'm sure a lot of you do too, but you can contact them however you want because you have their email, you have their website info, you have their address. You could send them a direct mail letter if you wanted to. You could send them an email at their personal email. You could go to their website, check out their website if they have one, and identify areas that need improvement and contact them through their website. You could call them on their personal cell phone number. You could call them on their home phone number, whatever info they've included in their business sign-up form. It's totally up to you. Julie's asking, what prices do you charge for videos? That varies so much, but like a good starting point would be, like, it depends on your experience, but like a good starting point would be, I would say no less than $4.97 for a simple video. I used to charge less just to get started when I got started because I wanted to get clients, and I really didn't, you know what I mean? I didn't really care about making a whole bunch of money in the beginning. I just want to get clients, so I would charge, a few $100 in the beginning, and some videos I would just give away for free to build relationships with business owners, and sometimes I would even just throw them in for free with websites. But now, where I've been doing this for a few years, I don't do them for less than $4.97, and some of them can go up, to 1,000 or more. It depends on the video. If the business owner wants multiple videos, or if they want customizations, then you can obviously add on those extra fees. Okay, so I'm trying to keep up with the questions here. Just give me a sec. So how similar to the directory site is a review site in your opinion, says Greg? Well, a directory site is going to be something basically that we set up and control ourselves. Personally, I haven't allowed reviews on my directory sites. It's kind of something I just want to control myself. So I guess a review site would be something like where people could post their reviews, and I don't allow that on these types of directory sites for the simple fact that I want to control the content on it, and I want to use it as a how do you say, like a client getting tool. Andrew's asking how many lead techniques are in the course. Let's see if I can remember that. I think there's about 6. There's like 6 or 7 different client getting videos, and I'm trying to look at my laptop here. Yeah, there's 6. And obviously, if you have any questions in the course, if you have any questions about any client getting tips, or if you feel that I didn't cover something that you had hoped I covered, you can leave a comment in the members area, and I'll obviously make like another video. I'm always up for doing stuff like that, and I've done that in the past. And there's obviously a spot in the members area where you can leave questions and comments and recommendations. Stan asks, is there a best time of day to contact business owners? Yeah, actually there is. The best time that I found is really early in the morning before they open up, or slightly after they close, because that means that the business owner is actually going to, or it increases the chances that the business owner is going to be there, because the business owner is, or the boss is usually, or the decision maker is usually the first one to get there and the last one to leave. So if you call slightly before they open or slightly after they close, like maybe a half hour before they open or half hour after they close, chances are you're going to get that decision maker on the phone, and that obviously is going to increase your chances of success because you're talking to you don't have to go through a bunch of hoops to get that decision maker on the phone. Usually when you call during the day, you're going to get a secretary or a gatekeeper who you actually have to kind of try to do jumping jacks around to get to the decision maker, which isn't fun. And Carolyn's asking, I'm curious, do you ever get a bad reaction to giving someone a free listing? And she likes that model, but she's just wondering that. Not really. Some business owners obviously can be a bit grumpy, and they might not care about what they might not want to talk to you regardless. And I've definitely experienced that in the past. And the best thing to do with that is just to move on and ignore them, move on to the next person. Because most people are good in general, and they're polite, but you're always going to want to run across that one business owner who doesn't want to talk to you for whatever reason and wouldn't even appreciate a free video or a free website or a free car if you gave it to them, I guess. So yeah, it does happen, but not a lot. All right, so it's 10:51, so we've got 9 minutes. So I want to give away the free copies of the course, and then we'll, if we have time, I'll answer a few more questions, and then we'll go live. So I'm just going to move on to the next slide here, the giveaway time slide. So just to make sure that you're still listening, I actually give this course away to people who are actually alive and listening. Go ahead and type balloons in the question box, and if you type that, that means that will put you in the drawing for the free. I've never seen the word balloons so many times typed in a text box. Okay. Awesome. So obviously you guys are listening and you're obviously awake. So I'm going to pick 5 names at random here. So the first name is Stan Gould. You get a free copy of 30-minute web commercials. I'm going to go ahead and write down your name here. And just email me at peter@videorevolver.com to get your access info. I'm just going to take note of your name here. Next one is going to be, let's see here, Jackie Flamino. So you get a free copy of the 30-minute web commercials course. I'm going to write your name down here. Go ahead and email me at peter@videorevolver.com to get your access info. Next one is going to be, let's see here, John Fink. You get a free copy of the course. So that's 3. So we got 2 more. And I'm kind of like trying to shuffle the results here. Next one is going to be Debbie Benstein. You get a free copy of the course. And I'm just writing down your name. And the last one, the last lucky person is going to be, let's see here, Pierre Moise, because you said you never win anything. So you get a free copy of the course. So go ahead and send me an email, again, at peter@videorevolver.com, and I'll get you guys set up. If I didn't read your name, hopefully next time, I wish I could give everyone a copy, but obviously I can't do that. But I'm going to be doing this more often on my future products. So I think this is a pretty fun time. And we've got 5 minutes until 11 a.m. Does anyone have any questions about the course or anything we've covered? If not, I'll go ahead and I'll set the thread live on the Warrior Forum here. I'm actually going to go set the thread live right now while I answer questions, actually, just because I'm doing it on my other laptop. Let's see here. If you have any questions, just type them. I'm just going to set this thread live here while the questions come in. And if anyone knows how to fix a wireless issue on a MacBook Air, I would love to know, because this thing drops wireless all the time. And I thought I fixed it, but apparently not. Okay, so I'm just paying for my Warrior Form thread here. Okay. Give me a second. My listings. And so you should be able to see the actual WSO live at videorevolver.com/30min. And I'm just waiting for Warrior Plus to recognize my thread so I can associate the buy button with it. But so obviously going live a couple minutes early here, and I'm going to answer a few questions. I'll stay on for a few more minutes after we go live to answer some questions. Okay. All right, so Warrior Plus is still updating. So yeah, you're getting a 404 error because I'm still waiting for Warrior Plus to recognize my thread so I can associate the Buy Now button with it, because right now the Buy Now button is not activated. So here we go. So I'm setting it right now. All right, so it should work now. All right. And I'll go ahead and I'll paste the link in the chat box too. And I'll post a backup link too. So these are the links. I posted them in the chat box for you. So obviously it's live now. 30-minute web commercials is live now, and the link should work. Let's see here. I'm just going to test it on my end. Okay, still not working. If you guys can hold on just a second, I'm going to fix this issue really quick. I apologize for this. Okay, yeah, you have to add the trailing slash at the end of the 30-minute. So for those of you reading this, just where it says 30-minute, just put another slash at the end of it, and that should fix the 404 error. But the thread is live now, and I'll actually go ahead and just I'll go ahead and fix that little issue right now so it works no matter if you have a slash or not. Just a second here. All right, so I'm just in my WordPress. I'm just fixing this link here. So everyone's saying it's working, but I just want to fix this one little issue just to make sure that it does. Okay, so it definitely should work either way, whether you have a slash or not. So it is live now, and I'll go ahead and answer a few questions here. Julie says she bought. Okay, yeah. What someone's asking? Is there an OTO? Frank's asking, is there an OTO? There is an OTO, but it's obviously not required. As always, it's just there to add value to the original course. The OTO is actually a set of PLR videos, similar to the videos that I released in PLR Video Smackdown, only there's more of them, and they're for new niches. So they're brand new videos, and that is the OTO in case you're wondering. It's just there to speed up results. So obviously you won't have to create the videos. They're all ready to sell to local businesses. But the course itself is huge. There's actually close to 30 videos inside of it because it's extremely detailed. And I cover everything. So I cover everything as far as script writing, voiceover, sound effects, music, creating the videos, editing the videos, finding clients, ranking the videos, and pretty much everything that you need to know to create and sell web commercials. And if you've bought any of my other video marketing trainings, this is obviously completely different because every course is different and they cover a different aspect of video marketing. This is specific to creating web commercials for local businesses. And these videos they're unique in that they're short and they're like commercials. They're 30 to 60 seconds in length, and they're pretty simple and they're pretty easy to create. That's why I call it 30-minute web commercials, because I've got it down to science now where I can create the videos in around 30 minutes. And I think if you follow my system, you could obviously do the same with a little practice. So Brian says he's bought. We'll leave a review. Juan is asking, what about the video directory? That was actually a client getting tip. That's not part of the course. That was just one of the free client getting tips that I wanted to include with this webinar here. Yeah, Peter's asking, does it come with UK accents? Yes, the videos in the upsell do come with US and UK accents if you want to pick those up. And there's 6 videos. So a lot of people are picking this up right now. So I just want to say thanks to all of you who have picked it up. And thanks for coming on the webinar. And thanks for all the questions and doing this little experiment with me here. I'll answer a few more questions and help anyone else who's having problems getting in. John saying you still can't get in. Is it the link not working, or? Yeah, everyone's saying the link's working. All right, so John's saying the link ain't working. Did you try clicking the link in the chat box? There's 2 links there. There's a bit.ly link, and then there's a Video Revolver redirect link there. Yeah, Steve's saying the link is fine. Patrick's saying it's fine. So hopefully there's just like a typo or something there. Yeah, try doing a refresh. Okay, cool. Ian's saying got everything. Warrior Plus was slow, but he got the link for my email. Sweet. So everything seems to be working. I think it's just that little initial starting point where we got to get past. Warrior Plus usually takes a few minutes to get going and to recognize the WSO and before the buy now button can work, which is kind of a pain, but it's the way it happens, I guess. And John's saying, did you send me an email? Yeah, I loaded up an email in Aweber, so that should have sent out at 11 a.m. about 3 minutes ago automatically. So that will also have a link to the WSO. If this link doesn't work for whatever reason, you can check your email if you're on my email list, which you should be, and there should be a link directly to the WSO. And Roberdino, hopefully I said your name right, is asking if there's any PDFs or mind maps or a step-by-step process outline. Some of the course is actually laid out in a mind map, so I can actually, that's a good point. So you can, if you want the actual mind map file, I wouldn't mind giving that to you. That's actually not a bad idea. So I would include that in the members area. I'll make a note of that right now, actually. But yes, there is a mind map. It's in the videos, and I will include the source file download. And there are PDF scripts that also come with Module 3, I believe. Yeah, Module 3, the client getting module. We actually cover some scripts and emails and stuff like that. I actually include the PDFs downloads with those videos. So I'm just making a note of adding that mind map to the members area. Patrick's asking, have I forgotten to announce the launch to your list? No, I haven't. The email, I've already written the email and I loaded it up into Aweber, so, and it sent out automatically at 11 a.m. So hope maybe it's just a few minutes lagging on Aweber's part, but I definitely have announced it. Adj is asking, can you outsource the video creation? Yeah, actually, I found a guy on freelancer.com recently, and his only skills were PowerPoint and like slideshow creation. and I was able to outsource these types of videos or the slide creation part to him for pretty cheap. I believe it was like, he recently charged me like $50. It was actually cheaper. It was like, let me see, 30. It was between $30 and $50 for like 10 videos that I outsourced the slide creation to. So you could definitely get these outsourced for cheap. But you can also crank them out pretty quickly if you follow the techniques in the course. It's up to you. I actually just hired my girlfriend as my assistant. I'm going to teach her how to make these videos eventually. And she has no experience in video editing at all. So, if someone brand new to video editing can figure it out, I'm pretty sure anyone can. Brian's asking, do you show how to edit the PLR videos on the OTO? Yes, I do. There's tutorial videos. If you do pick up the OTO or the upgrade, there are tutorial videos that show you how to edit those PLR videos. Shows you how to rebrand them for different clients, how to upload them, and all that good stuff. Everyone's saying they heard my girlfriend laugh. Yep. She's embarrassed right now. It's weird because I've never done a webinar or a video in front of anybody before. I usually do them like when no one's home. So this is the first time I've ever done a webinar in front of somebody. So I was kind of awkward at first to do a webinar like this, but now it's not so awkward. Let's see here. I'm just going to check the thread, make sure everything's going good. I haven't even checked that yet. And I'll stay on for a few more minutes, and then I'm going to get to answering questions in the thread just to make sure everyone's okay. So again, thanks to everyone who's picked this up so far. I'm going to go ahead and get off the webinar right now, but if you have any questions for me, you can always contact me at peter@videorevolver.com, and I'll answer any questions if I did not get to you. But I'm going to get over to the thread and just keep an eye on things and make sure everything's running smoothly, answer questions, and I'm sure some people might need help getting download links and stuff like that. But thanks a lot for coming on the webinar. I really appreciate it. And again, if you didn't win a copy of the course, hopefully you still pick it up, and hopefully you win a copy of one of my future courses. Thanks a lot, and I hope you guys all have a great day. And I will definitely do more of these webinars. And Tom Magon says, you are looking good, fat-ass marketer. So you got that email I sent out the other day. All right, thanks a lot, and I will talk to you guys soon.